Hi yoga friends, welcome to Sarah Mapes Yoga. I'm Sarah and I'll be your yoga teacher today. I have more slow flow for you ready today, so grab your blocks, get into comfortable yoga clothes, find your mat, and let's get started lying down on our backs. All right, laying down on your back, go ahead and center yourself. Start to take slow, steady breaths, even inhales and exhales. You know it's going to be a good practice when you start out in Shavasana. And then take your arms out long overhead. Give yourself a full body stretch. Hug both knees into your chest. And straighten your left leg out on the mat, keeping your right thigh into your chest. Breathe into it. Bring your right knee across your body over towards the left. Right arm comes out to the side. Take your gaze over towards the right. Supine twist. Coming back to center, wrap your right hand around your right foot, lifting your foot up, bringing your right knee down by your torso, coming into a half happy baby, working into your hips. Breathe into it. Bend your knee and release your foot. Take both arms out long overhead, coming into a full body stretch. Hug both knees into your chest. And this time, straighten your right leg out long on the mat, keeping your left knee into your chest. Breathe into it. Take your left leg across your body over to the right. Left arm comes out to the side. Take your gaze over towards the left. Breathe into it. Coming back to center, wrap your left hand around your left foot, lifting your foot up towards the sky, bringing your left knee down towards your torso, coming into a half happy baby, feeling into your hips. Breathe into it. Bend your knee and release your foot. Take your arms out long overhead. Full body stretch. Then bringing your arms back down by your torso, bend both knees, placing your feet flat on the mat. Take your left foot, crossing it over your right knee. Interlace your fingers behind your right thigh and draw both legs closer in towards your torso. Breathe into it. Release your feet and switch sides. Right leg crosses over your left knee. Interlace your fingers behind your thigh and draw both legs in closer to your torso. Breathe into it. If you want to go a little bit deeper into the stretch, you could even take your right elbow and push it into your right thigh. Release both legs, making sure that both knees are still bent, and keep your feet about hip width apart. Arms come out to the sides. Lift your hips, coming into bridge pose. Look straight up towards the ceiling. Breathe into it. And slowly lower yourself down to the mat. Bring your feet out as wide as the mat. Take both knees all the way over to the left and then all the way over to the right. Windshield wiping back and forth, back and forth. And then go ahead and roll over onto one side, coming up onto your forearm. The leg that's underneath is straight. Top arm comes in front for stabilization, and lift your top leg up. See if you can hold it there. Breathe into it. And then bring your top leg in front of you, placing it flat on the mat. See if you can lift your hips, coming into a forearm side plank. Lift your left arm up towards the sky. Gaze can go up towards your left fingertips. Breathe into it. And lower down. Go ahead and switch sides. Coming onto your opposite forearm, the leg that's underneath is straight. Top arm comes in front for stabilization, and lift your top leg up, holding it and breathing into it. Bring your top leg in front, placing your foot flat on the mat. Lift your hips, coming into a forearm side plank. Breathe into it. And lower down. Come all the way onto your belly. Bring your hands to the outsides of your mat, placing your fingertips down on the floor. Inhale, lift your head, shoulders, arms, coming into this variation of a cobra pose. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, roll down. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders and push yourself back into a child's pose. This can be a narrow leg child's pose or a wide leg child's pose. Totally up to you. Come to sit back into your heels. Arms out long in front of you. Feel this lengthening in your spine. Breathe into it. And then walk both hands all the way over to the left side, feeling into your right side body. Bring your hands through center and over to the right, feeling into your left side body. Bringing your hands back to center, go ahead and lift yourself up into a tabletop position. If this is uncomfortable on your knees, please feel free to add a blanket or something underneath them to give yourself extra padding. Go ahead and shift your hips back and forth from side to side, feeling into your body, and then coming back to neutral. With both hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, Let the breath lead the movement. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest. Exhale, round your spine. Coming back to neutral, tuck under your back toes and lift your hips, coming into downward facing dog. Feel free to pedal through your feet, legs, maybe even letting your hips get in on some of this action. And then start to press into the mat firmly with both hands. Draw the energy back towards your thighs. Feel this lengthening through your entire body. Breathe into it. Slow, steady breaths. Look forward towards your hands and step both feet together at the front of your mat. Take a moment, you can bend your knees slightly, hands can stay on the mat, or you might take hold of opposite elbows. Just release your head, let gravity do its work. Dangle. And lift yourself all the way up to standing, bringing your hands together at heart center. All right, inhale, lift your arms up to the sky. Interlace your fingers, taking your index fingers and pointing them up towards the sky. Come into a crescent moon shape, reaching over towards the left. And then coming into a crescent moon shape, reaching over towards the right. Coming back up to center, start to lengthen. And then lift your chest, folding backwards into a slight back bend. As you come up, open your arms out to the sides and take your right leg back behind you, folding forward into warrior three. See if you can keep your hips square here. Find your drishti, your spot to gaze at, somewhere that will help you to balance. And then bend your standing leg knee, placing your right leg back behind you. Reach your arms up towards the sky for a high lunge. Cactus your arms out to the side, lift your chest. And then reach your arms back up towards the sky. Turn towards the right, opening out to the side of your mat. Arms come out to the sides. Lift your heart for the star pose. Bend your knees, cactus your arms, coming into goddess. Feel strong and steady. And rise up. Turn your right toes towards the back of your mat. Left toes stay facing the side, and bend your right knee, stacking it over your ankle. Arms reach out towards the sides as far as you can in both directions for a strong, steady warrior two. Breathe into it. Bring your right arm down to your right thigh. Left arm reaches up and over for extended side angle. If you'd like to sneak some core work in here, you can lift your right arm up. Breathe into it. You can always come back down to your thigh at any point that you've had enough. And then slowly start to straighten your right leg out on the mat, reaching out as far as you can over towards the right, bringing your hand down to your leg, sweeping your left arm up towards the sky for side triangle pose. Breathe into it. Bend your right knee, lifting yourself up, coming through warrior two and reversing your warrior. Right arm reaches over towards the left. Left arm can stay down towards the side, or you could reach around behind you. Totally up to you. Gaze goes up towards your right fingertips. Arms come up, coming through warrior two. Wave both hands down to the mat, framing your right foot. Lift your left heel, and then lift your right arm up towards the sky, coming into a twist. Right arm comes down. Step your left foot in just slightly. Straighten both legs. Think about drawing your right hip back. This might be a good place to use blocks. And fold forward, coming into pyramid pose. Start to bend your right knee and bring your left knee in behind your right, coming in to sit down. If this is uncomfortable, feel free to straighten your right leg out on the mat. Wrap your left arm around your right and twist over to the right. As you inhale, think about lengthening in your spine. And as you exhale, think about twisting, moving just a little bit further. Breathe into it. As you come out of your twist, go ahead and come into boat pose, Navasana. Your knees can be bent or you could straighten them out. Totally up to you. Breathe into it. And then come forward towards the back of your mat. Bend both knees, lifting your arms, coming into upward chair pose. Breathe into it. Rise all the way up, bringing your arms down to your sides. Let's do the other side. Inhale, take your arms up towards the sky, interlacing your fingers. Index fingers reach up towards the sky. Come into a crescent moon shape towards the left. Crescent moon shape towards the right. Back to center and lift yourself up and come into a slight back bend. Coming back to center, open your arms out to the sides. Take your left leg back behind you, folding forward, coming into warrior three. Think about keeping your hips nice and square. Find your drishti, somewhere to gaze at that will help you to keep your balance. Breathe into it. And then bend your standing leg knee and step your left foot back. Arms come up towards the sky. Cactus your arms out to the sides, lift your heart. Arms reach up towards the sky and turn towards the left, opening out into the star pose. Heart lifts towards the sky. Bend your knees, bring your arms together at heart center, coming into goddess. Inhale, come up. Exhale, back down. Inhale, up. Exhale, come down. Inhale, come up and turn your left toes towards the front of your mat, bending your knee, stacking it over your ankle. Arms reach out as far as they can in both directions for warrior two. Breathe into it. Left arm comes down to left thigh. Right arm reaches up and over for extended side angle. Again, you have that option to lift your left arm up to come in for some additional core work. Feel free to bring it back down at any point. Breathe into it. Coming back to warrior two, straighten your left leg out on the mat. Reach your arms out as far as you can over towards the left, bringing your hand down to your leg. Right arm sweeps up towards the sky for side triangle pose. Breathe into it. Bend your knee, lifting yourself up, coming through warrior two to reverse your warrior. Again, your right arm can come down your leg, or you can reach around behind your back. Totally up to you. Gaze goes up towards your left fingertips. Breathe into it. Coming back to warrior two, wave both hands down to frame your left foot. Right heel lifts up. Left arm reaches up towards the sky in a twist. Breathe into it. Left hand comes down to the mat. Slowly start to move your right foot in just a little bit. Straighten both legs. Draw your left hip back, working to keep your hips nice and square. Again, if you'd like to place blocks on either side of your left foot, please feel free to do so. And fold forward, coming into pyramid pose. Breathe into it. Start to bend your left leg, bringing your right knee in behind your left. If this is uncomfortable, feel free to straighten your right leg out on the mat. Wrap your right arm around your left leg, twisting towards the left. As you inhale, think about lengthening your spine. And as you exhale, twist just a little bit further. Breathe into it. Coming out of your twist, come to find boat pose, Arnavasana. Knees can be bent, arms come out to the sides, arms can reach up. Maybe you reach one leg up and then the other. Totally up to you. Breathe into it. Bring both legs down and make your way towards the front of your mat. Bend both knees, lifting your arms, coming into upward chair pose. And rise up to standing, bringing your arms out to the sides. Inhale, take your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come to a flat back. Exhale, place your hands on the mat, stepping your feet back to downward facing dog. Breathe into it. And drop down onto your knees. Start to walk your arms out long in front of you, coming into a puppy stretch. Breathe into it. Bring your left arm underneath your right, threading the needle, feeling into your shoulders. This stretch always feels so good to me. I hope it feels good to you too. Left arm comes back to center. Right arm reaches underneath your left, threading the needle on the other side. Right arm comes back to center, and go ahead and make your way up to a seated position on your mat. Bring the soles of your feet together. Bound angle pose. Inhale, lift your heart up towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Think about folding from your hip and keeping your back nice and straight here. Breathe into it. Inhale, lift yourself back up to seated, maybe taking your feet out just a little bit further forward. Inhale, lift your heart towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold, this time rounding your spine, bringing your head towards your feet. Certainly doesn't need to go there. Breathe into it. Make your way back up to a seated position. Go ahead and take your legs out long on the mat and lie down on your back. Lift your knees into an upside down tabletop position. Arms can come out to the sides. Bring both legs about halfway down towards the floor, towards the left. And then use your abdominal muscles to lift yourself back up to center. Legs come over to the right. Back up to center. Legs go left. Center. Legs go right. Center. Legs go left. Center. Right. Center. Left, center, right, center. Whew, got your core working. All right, lower them down. Take a slow, steady breath. Hug both knees into your chest. And then take both legs all the way over to the left. Right arm comes out to the side. You can bring both arms into a T, or you can hold on to your legs, whatever feels most comfortable in your body. Breathe into this supine twist. Coming back through to center, take both knees all the way over to the right. Gaze goes over to the left. Breathe into it. Bringing your legs back to center, go ahead and wrap both hands around the outside of each foot. Lift your feet up, bringing your knees down by the outside of your torso in a happy baby. If it feels good, you can even rock back and forth across your spine. Bend your knees, release your feet. Take your legs out long on the mat. Arms come out to the sides. Palms are facing up towards the ceiling. Close your eyes. Soften your face. Your shoulders and your arms relax. Let your hands curl into whatever shape they want to. Let your torso and your hips feel heavy. Let them sink into your mat. Let your legs and your feet soften and relax. start to bring feeling back into your fingers and toes. Maybe circle your wrists and ankles. And then let's end where we started today. Take your arms out long overhead. Full body stretch. Roll over onto one side, making your way up to a comfortable seated position in your own time. Take a moment to think about someone or something that you're grateful for. And bringing your hands together at heart center. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me. If you like this practice, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit that like button, leave a comment, let me know what you'd like to work on, and I'll see you again on the mat soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.